Hello and welcome to my little short how to play Minecraft guide. If you're new, this is going to be based on survival and the Java edition, although it's actually easier to do what I'm about to do on Bedrock edition or mobile. But this is going to be based off the Java edition. You're going to want to create a new world. Yeah, at the starting screen, yeah, create a new world, blah. You can name it whatever you want. I'm gonna difficulty, you can start with easy, but I actually would recommend starting with hard because the difference isn't that much, and easy kind of lets you do things that aren't really the most beneficial. Like, I recommend starting with hard. It doesn't really make much of a difference. In fact, some stuff only works in hard, and there's no. If the monsters just hit a bit harder and are a bit healthier, it doesn't really make much of a difference. You're going to be spending 90% of your time building anyways. You can start with bonus chests, but I'm not going to. Their structure is world type default. Seed, I would say leave it blank. I'm going to use. I'll leave the link. I'll use I'll put my seed in the comment section or in the link, the description. But I'm just gonna go random. That's about all you need to do. Just create a new world. Um, the first thing I'd recommend doing upon spawning is find the nearest tree. No matter what, you just always gonna want the tree. You never can go wrong with a tree. In fact, you can't start the progression until you found a tree under no circumstances. So I'd recommend looking around. And also, for settings, I would recommend changing these a bit before you start. The default FOV I find too small. Most people run 90. I run Quake Pro because you can see more around you. I believe Quake Pro is 110 FOV. Field of view, UT 110 degrees. I prefer that, but the default I wouldn't recommend. Most people run 90. For music and sounds, I would just turn on subtitles. Music you can have on or off. Just as long as you have subtitles on is nice. And video settings, you don't really need to mess with much, except make sure your brightness is at 100%. Thanks to this tree here. They may look different if you spawn on an island. I'd recommend just creating a new world where you can't find a tree. That's donkey. Villages, we'll get onto that later. But generally you won't spawn by one, so we're gonna bunch of trees. Bunch of the grass, the leaves. You use left mouse button. Probably should mention WASD controls. W to go forwards, D to go right, A to go sideways, S to go backwards. Use your mouse to look around. Yeah, hold left click on the tree, break it. You don't need to play with subtitles on, but if you're new and you don't know what everything means, if you hear you're not gonna know exactly what it is, but having the nice little subtitles to tell you, oh, there's a zombie in that direction, might be nice. Press E to open your inventory. This is your inventory. You're spending a lot of time here. Pick this up. Right click there. There's wood. You can click on this, and this will let you click on things to craft. I'm going to craft a crafting table first. And once you have that, it's just easier to craft things. I personally prefer to use the old crafting method just on the table, but you can go here to make stuff too. Although, I find it's not reliable. I mean, you saw a bunch of stuff popped up, but you want to first craft a wooden pickaxe, and then punch your crafting table back, pick it up again. And find the nearest, like, kind of hill-like substructure. Like, that over there is perfect, but even a hill like this will work. This one right next to spawn. In fact, this is what I'm going to use. Just go in the lowest elevation and punch straight into it. So, yeah. I'm turning my game volume down a bit. I'd recommend digging a few blocks in, and then once you run into stone instead of dirt, you can use your pickaxe. And then dig 2 blocks to one side, 2 blocks to a different side. And then you start digging in. You're gonna make a 5x5 area, too tall. And once you have, the moment you have 3 cobblestone, place down your crafting table and make a stone pickaxe, just like so. Or you can use this menu if you want. Is so much faster and it's also dirt cheap, so you want to get as soon as possible. Dig in, just dig straight into the mountain. Or the hill, just whatever you find. Anything. Optimally, you want to be up against a higher mountain like this, but this, just a little hill like this will do the trick. As long as you're else you want to make it 5 by 5. You can, if you're feeling luxurious, make a shovel. Make some more sticks, like so. And then make a shovel. Like that. If you're feeling luxurious and you want to be able to mine dirt, but not really necessary. But it's nice to have. We'll dig into the mountain to make a 5 by 5 area. Now mind you, this is assuming you're starting in the single player world. Or you started. And then on the crafting table you want to make an axe, like so. And you can now get more wood and stuff. But first, you're going to want to craft a furnace with cobblestone, like so. You get cobblestone from mining stone like this. If for some reason whatever your starting base is doesn't, it's just all dirt or something. I will show later how to make a little mine so you can get some stone and such. And you're going to want to go looking for whatever things that are alive you can. Pigs, don't kill like donkeys though. So you're looking for cows, sheep, pigs, anything that you can eat. Basically, if you can eat it, it's good. Chickens, just kill it. Yeah. Do that for a while. You'll see a little attack icon in the middle of your screen. By default, this doesn't show up, and you need to go into video settings and turn on attack indicators. You can have it next to your hotbar or by your crosshair, but it doesn't really matter as long as it's not off. I'll edit that. Minor technical difficulties. But yeah. If you're opposed to this, there is something else you can do if you don't like doing this. But if this is your first time, it'll make your life significant. Just don't look into their eyes; you'll feel bad. If you have any soul. But this is unless you find a village, or want to start growing crops extremely early. But that's difficult since by the time your first crops are ready, you're probably dead unless you find a village. Which there is one by spawn, but I'll be going on to that later. Normally, you'll have to explore for one of those, although they are pretty common. But yeah, just collect as much food as you can. If you can eat it, grab it. Don't kill donkeys though, or horses. Just chickens, pigs, cows, sheep. Sheep especially, because they give you wool, which you need to make a bed to skip the night. We'll get on to that. If you see a cave like this, like just go in a little bit, and you're looking for something like this, coal, you want this. This is important. It's used for making light, and also for cooking things like ore and eventually potatoes once you get access to better food sources that are more renewable. So mine up the coal, any coal you find. You might have to go exploring for a while. Just run around near, but remember where you set up your little cave at. Just run around, you're looking for caves, like this one I found, and don't go deep. You should be able to see the sun nearby, and you only need a little bit of coal. But you only need like 20 coal to start with. You can make a mine later, that'll be much more safe. But just take axe, boop. I'm sorry. It's the meta. Sheep, if you find iron's good, but you want to get at least 3 sheep before you start. You can kill more, you can kill all the animals you want. Although, as long as you have some food, you're going to want to get some more wood. You want to get, I would say, at least 32, which is half a stack. But get as much wood as you can. Any trees will do. Don't leave them floating if you can. Like this tree. Luckily, we can get the whole thing. Just yeah, get as much wood as you can. You will notice that your axe by now will be low durability, since axe is a good weapon. Uh, it, better than a sword is debatable, but an axe is a good weapon, and it's also used for foraging. Like for the pumpkins, you want to use an axe. You want to use an axe for a lot of things, but if your axe breaks, you can just make another crafting table with the wood you've been collecting. Take some sticks and then make another one with this extra stone you have. And if not, you can just punch a bit of wood. But you want to have a good supply of wood, and make sure you stay near to your little hidey hole, because you're gonna need it soon. Because once it gets dark, you want to be in your hidey hole. Just grab as much wood as you can. I'm gonna get 32. You can probably pull off with 16 or 20, but around 32 is just. And also, you may notice I'm at 3 hunger bars, which I can no longer sprint. You press control by default. You'll have to walk back. Don't let your hunger get to 0. You use more hunger by jumping, sprinting, and if you take damage, it takes hunger to regenerate health. And I went relatively far away from my house. If you're good at navigating, yes, but try to stay as close as you're comfortable with remembering. You should at any point remember exactly where your house is. So you're back. You want to take some coal. I would say half of it. And you're going to want to put whatever food you manage to get in there. And then, now you can use a fancy door, or you can place 2 dirt blocks. I prefer dirt blocks. You want to craft a few things with the wood. You want to take 4 wood logs, turn it into planks, and then make 2 chests, like so. And then just place them there. What? Wait, place 1, and then shift-click, right-click next to it, and then you'll have a double chest, or you can store all your junk items. But you want to get any wool you happen to come across. And take some wood, like so. Take some wool. And it all has to be the same color. That's why we got sheep earlier. And place down a bed. Now you can skip the night. Now, I'm gonna assume that you didn't get some wool, so I'm not gonna be using the bed, but you can sleep in it and it'll skip the daytime if you don't get out of it. But yeah, let whatever food you got cook. And now we're going to make a little hole. This is what happens if you don't get any, what's it called? Don't get enough stone. Now, you can make a staircase, which it takes longer to make, but when you make it, it's faster to go up once it's done. Or you can do a ladder. I'm going to be doing a staircase, since ladders need you'd have a lot of wood on hand, but also you're going to before you do that, you want to make some torches, because when it's dark, monsters can spawn, so you want to make as many torches as you can. I'd recommend having, just put 1 torch here and there. That's enough. You can press F3 and see client light. If it's under 7, then you done goofed. But yeah, just make it, so just dig in this pattern. So, you're here, right? You dig 1, 2, and 3. Walk down, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And every couple blocks, I would say 1, 2, 3, 4. Every 5, or so. You can do more or less. Granted, you have some at the start. And then just make this. Eventually, you're gonna make the staircase better. If it feels bad, good, because the staircase gets significantly better once you have actual stairs and stuff. But for now, this is the best you're gonna get. And then you just dig. You can go digging for a while. It mostly depends on how good your food supply is. I happen to get quite a lot, so. And make sure to always have stuff cooking. I mean, you can make more furnaces, but coal is a limited resource, so. But now we have basically enough food to last as well. Remember, anything you are not currently using or aren't going to be using super soon, dump it in a chest. But always keep wood on you. If you have wood, you can get out of anything. If you don't have wood, well, then you can get in some pretty tough situations, like being stuck in a cave without a pickaxe. If you have wood, you can make it wood one, then stone, and maybe even iron if you happen to find any ore. But if you don't have any wood, you're kind of screwed. So always keep wood on you. Even into the late game, I like to keep some on me, just in case. Yeah, just dig down. I will show the ladder one in a bit. At the end of the video, I will show a example of how you would make a ladder, although I wouldn't recommend it, considering this doesn't take some of your wood supply, and this also is better in the long term. So, also, if you press F3, you'll see block. Your Y, which means 48. Do this until your Y is 16 or lower. I would say 12. As you can see, mine's 48 right now. I'll put a little circle around it and editing magic woo. Unfortunately, I have not learned very well the ways of editing wizardry, so this is the best you're gonna get so far. I'm sorry, I'll redo the series in the future. If you happen to have any stairs where I didn't mean to take a screenshot, any blocks, like let's say coal ore or different ore, I'll have a photo of all of the ore that you'll find in the overworld on the screen now, with underneath it a pickaxe that you need to mine them. Yeah, past me kind of told me to do a lot of editing, but basically, you can mine coal with a wooden pickaxe, emerald with an iron one, gold with an iron one, diamond also needs an iron one, iron, which I bring up quite a bit, and I just didn't happen to come across any of it. It is pretty common though, so you're probably gonna get it earlier than this, but iron needs stone pickaxe, lapis needs a stone pickaxe, contrary to popular belief, that need an iron, and redstone needs an iron one. Now, before any of you says, oh well, but netherite, that I said in the overworld. Anyways, back to the video. And yes, there's different tiers of pickaxes. Stone can mine iron, coal, and I think a few others, although you mostly want to be using an iron pickaxe to mine your ores. And then just make sure to place that back. And just keep digging. I mean, you're gonna be doing this for a while. As you can see, a little Y coordinate on the left side of the screen. We've now reached 12, which is pretty good. Now we're at the layer where the most valuable ore will spawn. So, but first, I mean, walking up this is painful, so we want to make this better. You want to go 2 blocks up from your current, however high you currently is. Just dig 2 blocks up for each spot, and, granted, it hasn't already been dug of it. And eventually we're going to put some stairs in, which will make your life so much better. You'll thank me, trust me. This will make your life a lot easier. We're going up and down. Anyways, I'm going to time lapse this. Just dig 2 blocks up in each spot, then go up to the next one. Eventually you'll reach up to wherever your base is, and then you're gonna want to give your base a 3 tall roof. This doesn't practically do anything, but you want to have a 3 high ceiling. It lets you fit some more things in, and it's just nice to have. And if you were lucky, you would have found some iron ore, but I was not, so I don't find any iron ore. If you look outside, it's daytime now, so it might be daytime, it might be nighttime. If it's nighttime, you can skip to insert time frame here, then head back. But if it's not, well then you have some more shenanigans to attend to out in the outside world. You get to begin farming, yay! Now, you're going to make a hoe, the useful kind. 2 sticks, 2 cobblestone, boom, you'll have a hoe. And you want to punch grass, just like this, just grass. Just hold left click, or just get rid of it, okay? You don't need, your lawn's a mess. This also has a chance to give you seeds. And what the seeds do is you can use them to farm wheat, which is useful later. Although it's not the most useful for eating, it's mostly for livestock. But you want to break some grass. Just get as many seeds as you can. If you see a village nearby like that, it's good, but I'm gonna prevent you getting, because you probably won't. Although they are pretty common, so. You want to get around 10 seeds to start with. If you got a good amount of food to begin with, you're probably fine. But you want to get around 10 to 16 to begin with. I'm going to be doing 12, and you're going to want to find the nearest, like, body of water to your base. In my case, it's this right here. And I'm right there. You might want to put like a pillar next to your base, but I'm relatively confident in my navigation skills. Get this out of here. And you're going to want to right click on the ground next to it. It has to be near, I would say in the same level within 3 blocks. More than 3 blocks, I wouldn't recommend it. You can try diagonal. I believe it works, but just within 3 blocks of any body of, this is not within 3 blocks of any body of water. You can jump on it to remove it, to make it not tilt, although it doesn't really do anything. You just want to right click on the ground anywhere within 3 blocks of water. So 1, 2, 3. And you can just go around it. It'll fertilize your crops. I promise your water won't run out. You can dig out the area a bit to get more farmland, but you don't really need to do too much. Just as long as you have a decent amount and all of it has open access to sunlight, you're probably fine. Three blocks of any water source, including diagonals. As you can see, I mean, you can go pretty crazy with this. Right here, 1, 2. In fact, this could even go out here. This can go out. You can go pretty far with the, and then just plant seeds via right-clicking with them in your hand. This will be turned into wheat soon, and you can punch some more grass, but you probably won't need to. You have a good amount of starting seeds. You should be fine. We might go to the villages later, but that'll probably be part of the next episode when you get to actually go exploring. And the village, if you find a village by spawn, skip to that episode and see the stuff we do there, because it does give you a huge advantage. I'm just not doing it because I'm going to assume most people aren't that lucky. Although they are pretty common. And right about now, you can make yourself a door if you have extra resources lying around. Although the downside is zombies can break down wooden doors. A trick for this is, so this is where we want a door, right? If we place it like this, they will break it. Zombies will punch down the door. If you put your back up against a wall and then place it like this, or even better, like this, and then do this, the zombies see that as being an open door, because remember, doors by default count as closed, so when you place it like this, this is a closed door, and this is an open one. Zombies won't try to break an open door, but they'll try to break closed doors. So, this door right here, you close it, it's technically open now, because remember, we placed it like this. It started like this. We can even go around to where we're gonna plant the door. Like so. Do that. We open the door from this direction, but it's blocking them out, so we can still go through it just fine. Once it's quote closed, but the zombies, they see it as an open door, so you can just do that and boom, you won't have zombies in your house. I know, it's amazing. It's kind of helpful. I'm gonna do this to make it look better. But yeah, that's a little trick you can do with doors. Let's see, wheat over there. It's getting dark again. We don't really need any more wood. We're doing fine in that. We're doing fine on food. We're doing great on food. Since we got a lot the first day, and we're doing pretty good. Now, you may be tempted to make armor out of leather. Don't. Just put it aside. You'll need it for later. Oh, we happen to get some seeds earlier. We'll use those. We'll plant those. And if you're just wandering in your nearest G-race, just punch some grass. The seeds, they help you getting your farm started. Yeah, just plant as many seeds you can. It'll help you in the long term, and then when it becomes nightfall, you can do a bit more mining, finish up your mine, and that's gonna be the end of this episode. Once the mine's done. Let's keep on cooking food. And you're gonna want to make stairs. Now, if you're lucky, which I was not, you will have some iron so you can make a stone cutter, which we'll get onto that in the future. But if you're not, then you're just gonna have to make some stairs the old-fashioned way, which isn't the most efficient resource-wise, but if you mine stair out, you'll have enough cobblestone lying around, and you're gonna want to make a lot of cobblestone stairs. And then you want to run down all the way down. If you have more than 2 stacks, you will, if you have more than a stack, like a stack and a half, you will, without failure, you will have enough for the cave. You will not be stuck. And then just go at the bottom, dig out 4 of it, and then just start placing stairs. I'm going to time lapse this. After that, you should have some stairs. Now, like in real life, going upstairs makes you really tired. It uses a lot of hunger, so try to minimize your stair trips. But unlike in real life, the character you play as, Steve, or whatever you want to call him, if you can run upstairs at equal speed as he can run up straight forward. So, like, going up or down, I mean, it's the same speed, to my knowledge, it's the same speed as you're running forwards, and up is significantly faster than jumping over each individual thing. I mean, going upstairs, you can jump too, but that will really drain your hunger, which it isn't showing because I have higher amount of saturation, which is complicated, and I'm not going to explain it right now because saturation is weird. It's a hidden health part. It's complicated. But if it's nighttime, we're gonna go mine for some iron, because iron's important. You need it to make a lot of things. Buckets are important. Just shears, iron tools, iron pickaxe, armor. You could do a lot of iron. So once you've gotten down here, you're actually, what I like to do first is to go back up here. Yes, you run up the stairs a bit. You will use hunger eventually, and go right next to it here, like right here, and press F3 and write down your coordinates. Just write them down somewhere. You can even press T to open up chat, which is the default. And let's type in, for me it's 15968 -247. 247. Yes. And you want to start tunneling backwards towards that. I will show you why in a minute, but that's just something you want to write down. Then go down here, and then right next to this, you're just going to start tunneling back that way. This is where we're going to make a water chute, so that you can jump down and just skip going down the stairs in the first place. Stairs are only for going up. Don't dig down. I don't know why I did that. And make sure you have torches. I will be right back. Now you've gotten your torches. Remember, every 5 blocks you kind of want to have a torch. You could give a bit of leeway on it now. And we are heading to negative 247. You'll see this. This is redstone. You need an iron pickaxe to mine it, so we can't mine it yet. Be surprised I'm finding it. There's coal there. You always want to mine coal when you see it, when you're early off. You can never have too much coal. It's used for smelting stuff. It's used because you're going to do a lot of smelting in the early game. It's used for torches, which you're going to be using mining, and no matter what part of the game you're in. And it's just generally useful. You always need coal. Until you can get farms up and running, which is its entire own, like, not like the crop farm, just until later, you can't, you need coal, okay? Coal is important. Some people just skip it entirely, but yet again, that means you don't want to have to go back in your mines, go through your tunnels you've already dug out, just to find some coal when you need to cook something or you need some torches. That is what people like to call not very fun. But yeah, continue. You might hear lava pops. That generally isn't a good sign. You can kind of hear it now. Or just have the subtitles on. But if you hear lava pops, stand pretty far back from where you're actually actively mining at. Because you're probably you might run into it. Make sure you have torches on your hotbar, which not torches, blocks. Since it appears like the lava is right ahead of me. There you go. This is the lava pool. They're very scary. You can press F5 to go in third person. Now, while pressing shift to crouch, you can press F5, you'll see like this. Face your tunnel and press S. You cannot fall off of a block while doing this. And then just place a block there. Block that in because that's scaly. Caves are scaly, this part of the game. You can dig out a bit, just to see how far you need to go. You can tunnel a bit. But lava, if you fall in lava at this point in the game, it's a death sentence. And to all your stuff. Normally, if you die, your stuff will fall on the ground. Lava will burn it, so you don't want to fall in lava. Falling in lava is not good. Okay? Okay. Continue tunneling. You want to get to whatever coordinate you found earlier, which for me is negative 247. And just keep tunneling to that. Make sure to place torches. I'm not placing enough torches. You can never have too many torches. That's just one of the rules of Minecraft. You can never place too many torches. Some people place them orderly, some people spam them all over the place like yours truly. Either way, if you don't have enough torches, there will be spoopy monsters. They aren't particularly challenging, but no one likes spoopy monsters sneaking up behind them when you're trying to mine. Anyway, I have my time lapse this tunneling a bit, and all the coal I find. It's your desired coordinates. You're gonna want to start digging upwards. And be relatively cautious about this. Ooh. I will take that. You might find something like this, which is surprisingly lucky, but we're just gonna go up a bit. And, just a bit. Just to, like, around, and be ready to swap over to a block. If you see lava, just right-click with the block to block it away, and then you can dig down. And then, if that happens, well, then you're gonna have to maneuver around that, which is its entire own story. But until you're around y coordinate 30 or a little lower, the rate at which lava spawns after then is pretty low. So then you're just about safe. Basically, we're gonna dig straight down. Now, normally you don't want to dig straight down, but because you're already beneath it, you're basically just making a tunnel that you can go down and land in water to get faster access to your mines. Which, speaking of which, we found this cave, and that is gold, but I cannot mine that since I don't have a good enough pickaxe. I'm just gonna look for some iron real quickly, because iron, we surprisingly haven't got any, which is not good, since that's kind of a key part of progression. And you may notice I ignored the coal there. That's because I'm in a cave, and I don't like being them because they're dangerous. Yes. At this point in the game. Okay. Once you find stuff like this, kind of like orangish, mine some of it. You will need this for later. You might have to do some straight tunneling, but you definitely want to get some iron on your hands. It'll make your life significantly easier, just by the things it lets you mine, and the fact that it lets you make a bucket, which we'll get onto later. Luckily, we found a pretty big batch. Run over here. See a minecart chest. This was pretty lucky, but I'm gonna take the chest. Continue tunneling back down to the safe spot you were in earlier, and then boom, right here. And make sure you fill that back in. You'll see why later. Just make a little hole there, make sure that's safe, and then head back up the stairs. This is the final time you will be going up the stairs. I'm down the stairs. Actually, no, you will never go down the stairs again. But you will use it to go up plenty. So you're basically setting up an elevator that you could go down. It's unfortunately up elevators that go up aren't easy to make at this point in the game, so also, ooh, it's raining. That is good. But check on your crops. They have not grown very much. Okay. It do be like that. And right here, same coordinates, but just a bit higher. Make sure, and now, for this, make sure you have at least 2 extra pickaxes, and put, that's not how you have pickaxe, and put the iron in the furnace. You're gonna dig straight down. We've already checked around the lava. And once you've reached the cobblestone, which you placed earlier, then you know you're completely safe. Because this is the stuff we placed earlier, so now we're heading straight back down to the place we were at earlier. Now, don't jump down this yet. It is not safe yet. And this doesn't hurt anything, but if you're, per se, are facing this way and trying to go forwards, you might crash into it and take fall damage and move slightly to the side. So, and boom. Don't go down there yet. You will die. Spoiler. Once you have at least 3 iron, make a bucket like so. Go outside. Find your nearest water source. Make sure there's, like, and you want to make an infinite water source inside your base that you'll have to do. because to run in... Oh yes, so you have your water bucket, and in the corner somewhere, we're going to move our bed to be right here. In the corner, you want to take a... You can either do 3 long or 2x2. This is the more compact. Although I generally prefer the 2x2, but we're going to do the 3 long because this is just easier. And you're going to want to take 2 buckets of water now, like so. I don't know if that's right, but I'll give it some time. And do that. Boom. Infinite water source. You can take as many buckets out of this as you want. It'll always refill as long as you take from the middle of it. Future Alex here. Everybody thought it was a great time to make a bunch of noise now, so yeah, I cut out. I basically took some iron out of the furnace and put some cobblestone in to try to make a stone cutter, which I never actually did, and that stone's still in my inventory. Anyways, back to the video. Steps have to go down the stairs. This will be your actual final time going down the stairs, instead of taking the luxury of your new elevator you're going to have. And go here. And place that. Now, every time you fall down, you fall down under this. Now, generally this won't fail, but to be safe, I prefer to do a 3x3, divot a 3x3 area, because, look, falling and then, let's say you're holding W or something, and you might hit this block, which isn't, it's not good. I have had that happen to me, and quite a few friends have gone down an elevator like this, held W or something like that, and then fallen to their demise. And you can put something in the corner there, water in the, what the hell? Put water in the corner to start with, and then you can now safely take that down. Although you still have to run up the stairs because bubble elevators, you only get those after the nether. It's also nice to have an infinite water source. You can put some torches around it. And now you can actually start strip mining. On a completely different note, we're going to the farms, because that's important. It's gonna be about the, if your wheat looks like this, it is ready. And we got lucky. We had 4 seeds. The only one we weren't 2. You can take those extra seeds and plant them. And take the wheat, and you can put it in a chest somewhere. There's the next video will be more of exploring and mining. But now you have a nice, safe-ish setup, although you don't have a consistent food source yet. You have a place to sleep, mine, a luxurious mine, and a small little wheat farm, a place to sleep, some tools, food, any miscellaneous items you might have came across on the way, and yeah, and you also have your spawn point set, so if you die, you'll respawn here as long as you right click on the bed. Any spare time you have, you probably wouldn't, or to go hunt sheep if you don't have it yet. Anyways, that's the end of this. I'm gonna go edit this. Again, it's future me. Yeah. We're gonna show the things I didn't show. So, first thing, for making a ladder as an alternative to a, big brain time. A ladder as an alternative to a staircase, it's quite simple. Make sure that, also gonna show the seed, and I'm also gonna put that in the comment section. But as you can see here, let's say you're inside here. You need some ladders, which can be crafted on a crafting table. You can tell I'm creative with some sticks, like so, and that makes 3 ladders. You want to make a lot of these things, and then for digging down, you want to dig down I would say 3 wide tunnel. The way to do it is you dig down these as much as you can, and then you dig down the one you're on, and etc., until you reach the coordinate of your choice. I'm just gonna do down like this for convenience sake. But yes, 3 tunnel, not bedrock, of course, but to the location of wherever you were going, and then you want to be placing ladders as you go. I'm just showing this as an example since it's easier. I mean, and I still can't tunnel. Okay, that's great. But you tunnel down. Yeah, both chutes. You put ladders all the way up one, and at the bottom you put water, 3x3. Make sure you have torches in your tunnel. That's how you use ladders. And final part of the end of the video is the seed. There's the seed for you. I'll put that in the comments, like description. Language, yes. Goodbye.